Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well today. Thank you so much for the raid, Mikey. Appreciate that. I did have DeSanto in the background there, but I was focusing on work, so I didn't talk. 12 strings at twilight. Happy birthday. I hope you were promised a long intro. No. That was one day. I got a hilarious comment last night on the video for the long intro that told me that they were playing the video that they had a table of 8 people sitting down to eat. And they all discussed how terrible the intro was and how it was just unacceptable as a YouTuber and that they would all have left the video. This person literally took like 2 to 3 paragraphs to write this. So anyways, that was a one-time thing. But I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks so much for being here. Colin for the raid, Mikey for the raid, y'all for being here. Thank you so much. If you could tell me what you had for dinner, that would be great. And if you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. I wish I had Chinese food. That's what I wish I had. Yeah. But, tell me what you wish you had. I am seeing all of these. And now I've learned I know. Actually, I did write back. I wrote back and I said, thank you so much for your expertise and for your opinion. I hope your dinner party went well. And I make videos without me in them just for people like you. So enjoy that. Anyways, thank you, Behemoth Monkey. 2 months a member. Thank you so much. If you are new here, hi, my name is Paisley, also known as KCC, Kitchen Court Chats, I guess it is. And, you're feeding the new foster kittens. Well, they're having dinner then, I would imagine. You want a nice beef stew for dinner. That would be pretty good. I would accept a turkey sandwich because it's pretty good. Oh, it's only 11 a.m. in Australia. You're in the future. How is it? Is it okay? Is the future okay? See, Courtney and I are feeling the same thing. We both want Chinese food. Ian, I have tortellinis in my fridge. That's a possibility for me to make here. So thank you for saying that. What sauce did you put with your tortellinis and what were they filled with? That is the question that I have. You're craving Maine lobster. You're eating a pork chop and rice-a-roni. The San Francisco treat. That sounds like something weirdly sexual. I don't know why. Hello to everybody. It's raining in Australia. Well, I live in a rainforest in Canada, so it rains all the time. Anyways, like I said, thank you so much for being here. We watch Court in my kitchen. And, Subway and some potato salad. I like it. So today we have 3 different hearings that we will be going through together. I haven't watched these yet. We're going to figure it out together. Birdie. Streamlabs, get off my lawn. Birdie's talking about fettuccine Alfredo with mushrooms. That sounds really good. Really, really good. Okay, chicken and bacon with grated cheese on top. Oh, chicken and bacon tortellini with grated cheese on top. Are you telling me they were sauceless? That you ate these, Ian, with no sauce, with just cheese? That's a bold strategy. I'm impressed. Rice soup, chicken with rice soup. Sorry, the chicken sort of blended into my name. Oh, thank you so much. I worked on it very hard. Finding the picture, anyways. 4 kitten bottles filled with formula. So, like I said, and I'm sorry if I've missed anybody. Hi, Jody. No sauce, Ian. Holy shit. Ian's his own man. No sauce whatsoever. That's amazing. Ian, I'm amazed because I have 2 packs of tortellini sitting in my fridge right now that have been there for a while because I don't have the sauce. I would normally default to a white sauce on tortellini. So I'm impressed. Raw dog and tortellini in a way, or nude. Ooh, KT. I love egg drop soup. That's a really good idea. Very good idea. All of these foods sound delicious. All of these people sound awesome. Thank you so much for being. No problem, Sashina. You guys, Sashina has really cute animals on her farm. I'm going to call it a farm. And she posts videos. You should check them out. She's linked on my channel. Okay, wait. You're having homemade Mexi bowl with Spanish rice. Now, is that a problem with the Spanish rice and then Mexican bowl? Or we're talking about like Spanish, not like Spain rice? Refried beans, fajita chicken strips, pico de rando, and avocado special sauce. That sounds delicious. I'm in. We don't have pico de rando in Canada, where I am at least. Oh, MB, a late fee and a love fee. I love you too. Thank you so much. You rock my world. Thank you as always for all of your support. Mikey had a question about what was it? About meatballs today. Hi, Mayor. Did you remember that question, Mayor? Did you answer Italian or did you answer Swedish? Lucy. Hi. I sort of answered Swedish, but I'm partial to IKEA. Hi, Colin. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate that. I haven't gotten around to watching your interview with Judge Fleischer yet. I will. But of course, we have to work around here sometimes too. Oh, a long hug for me. Thank you so much. What do numbers mean? What do they mean, Colin? Thanks so much. I love the fact that we have been talking for 8 minutes. People be mad about that later. Okay, Mayor's gone with Italian. Okay. What the fuck? Why did I pick? There we go. Okay, pico de rando with homegrown greens and green onions and lemon lime juice. Is it like a green salsa? Does pico mean salsa? I took 4 years of Spanish. We talk about this quite a bit. Actually, that reminds me. So I actually did spend time recording court today. And after I say thank you to Sashina, no, I have to say it. Thank you. I will say, so I was watching this case today. It was a Spanish translator case. I was pissed about it. I actually sat there and thought, well, you know what, Paige, you could pull out the Spanish. I mean, you could edit that because you know how to edit things now. But and the case started getting good. It was a child's custody or child support case. And as it got really good, the the judge just cut it midstream. Like, there's a problem cutting things midstream, let me tell you. Pico means comb? Does it really? I don't know. You're totally fine. All good. I don't know if you Americans know this. I don't know that you're all American. Actually, I know that you're all not American. But do you know that ranch, while it exists in Canada, it doesn't exist as much in Europe? Or if it does, it might be called American dressing, but it's just not the same. Good night, Ian. Hope your tortellini turned out good. Okay, on that note, so I was really pissed off, honestly. I think in gigabytes. I was like, I got 6 gigabytes of this fucking case, and then she cut it in the middle, and it's not even worth watching now. And obviously they weren't done. Part of me was really mad. Like, if I was watching that for a personal reason, like to be invested in the case or whatever, as opposed to like just watching for this, I would be pissed. I'd be like, where the fuck did you go? You can't, like, literally mid-word, mid-sentence, this video is unavailable. And I wasn't behind. And they weren't even close to done. Like, we know the flow. We know the flow of these hearings by now. I can tell you. The judge had not found that they had jurisdiction yet. They did not. There's so many things. I was just like, I think she saw me watching. I mean, she didn't really, but I mean, they could have seen that people were watching, but anyways, so we're going to go. Gallo means rooster? What? Jeez. Oh, terrible. Terrible. Mayo and ketchup with fries. Yeah. That's pretty standard. I make a special mayo. I use mayo, and then I do garlic powder, paprika. That's it. Garlic powder and paprika and mayo. Bingo. Bango. I don't think their internet went down, because I'll tell you why. If their internet went down, the video wouldn't have become unavailable. The stream would have ended, and the video would have been online, because they wouldn't have been able to take. But they took down the video, so it was an intentional thing. It was not the judge with the Gmail, but it was a Texas judge. Sometimes it might be, but this was pretty standard. And I just think that she was avoiding me. Mel, you haven't missed much. I have literally not managed to start record yet. Jody, out in the dark, trying to gather wood. Please be careful. I know that's not a euphemism for looking for men, but. Okay, so we are going to watch. What are we going to watch first? I can't remember. I think this is Bromlick. It might be Kirkham. I can't keep track of them when I see them until I hear them.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought that guy was blue. Oh my God, do you see if you just look at his beard up in the top corner really quick, it's just blue? Oh geez, I really thought that was the Avatar up there. Seriously. I think this is Bromlick. I'm pretty sure this one's Bromlick. Yeah, because Kirkham's facing us and Bromlick's on the side. He does look like a Smurf. Anyways, like I said, I don't know what this is about. So, yeah, why so blue, Eric? Why so blue?
Eric, just so you know, we can only see the bottom of your face. So I don't know if you can tilt your phone so you can see the judge. There you go. Much better.
KCC's having attention, Jim. How are you doing? Lisa, reminding me of a terrible story from my childhood of a woman who dropped her keys in a porta potty and then they were fishing them out. I will never forget. Hi, Erica. Cocked in while grocery shopping. Yes, smoked paprika is the best. Kendallin already does look mean. And I'm just going to be honest with you. If you name your child Kendallin, the bitch likelihood raises so high. Like so high. And I don't know. I feel bad. Mayor. Oh, you think she's wearing long sleeves to cover up arm tattoos? She doesn't look like a long sleeve girly. Interesting. Well, I was just watching this channel about Orthodox Jews, and the women wear really nice wigs all the time as hair coverings instead of like kerchiefs or whatever you would call them. So they all have really nice hair. Pass is also here lurking, but at home, not shopping with Erica. That would be tough between where y'all live. Okay, let's go. Shut up, baby.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she definitely does have the shoulder pads in, hey? I had a shirt that had shoulder pads. Or dress. It was a dress. Can we get going with this, Judge? Oh, the judge isn't even there. Oh my God, Billy, that's Mayor. Thank you. You rock my world. Oh my God, Judge, what are you doing? Shoulder pads are back in style? Fuck. I am not. Oh, pass a 5-month member. Thank you so much. Oh, my ex-husband used to make those collages of photos, which is totally fine, but he took them when we got divorced. Ew, they're not drinking the piss. No, Courtney. On purpose? Wow. Okay, let's find the judge here. There he is. There he comes. Okay. That's what she said.
Sound session, top of page 1, Kendall Toll versus Eric Sims.
For the record, this matter is before the court for purpose of reviewing defendant father's parenting time. This hearing is being conducted via Zoom. Present is Attorney Maria Zagorski, representing the plaintiff mother, Kendall Toll. Ms. Toll is present. Good morning, Ms. Zagorski.
Good morning, Your Honor.
In addition, defendant dad, Eric Sims, is present. Good morning, Mr. Sims.
Good morning.
Okay, the parties have conferred with Ms. LaPrade, I believe, in front of the court this morning. Ms. LaPrade has provided the court with fine recommendation, noting that the therapeutic visits.
Yay! Thank you, Cheshire Cat. That's so sweet. Reminder, members only is on Sunday.
With family counseling shelter services have not yet begun. The court's disappointed. I was hoping that we'd have some track record with respect to that. Mr. Pratt, do we know where Mr. Sims is on the waiting list? Do we have any idea, time frame?
Mr. Sims spoke with them yesterday and was directed he is the next one on the list.
Okay. So the recommendation this morning, Mr. Sims, is that we come back to court to review your parenting time on July 16th at 8:30. Are you still on probation, Mr. Sims?
Say that again.
Are you still on probation?
Yeah, I'm likely going to get an early discharge, but I just got switched from once a month reports to every other month. And
Good.
I believe I'm going to get off on August 2nd.
So it sounds like you are in full compliance. That was the question the court had, is if you're in compliance with your probation, no violations. That's a positive thing. Ms. Gorski, has Mr. Sims had any contact with his son? Is there, I can never recall if there was any video chats, or nothing's been permitted at this point. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. Right, to Mr. Sims, do you understand the recommendation?
Yeah, so the reason I asked to go in front of you this morning is because of what you just mentioned, that my family and myself want to be able to call or FaceTime. My son is coming up on 2 years since any of us seniors spoke with him.
Did you discuss it?
Well, before it wasn't demonetization if you use music. It's just, well, I guess it would be shared monetization on a video. Yeah. An auto strike would not be good though. But I did not see anything about that. You'd think YouTube Daddy would email us about changes like that. But no, that doesn't happen. But I would love it if you have a source article for that. You do HVAC and part-time work from home tech support. So your time is limited. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed the channel though. I almost dropped my phone. The Nintendo ding. Love it too. I actually love video games, so I like all the sounds, and slot machines too. But you mean the copywritten stuff, like music, like copywritten music? Copywritten music right now, you can use copywritten music in your videos. You just, I believe, I'm sure Mikey would be able to tell me better, or maybe Paul, I don't know. You just have to share monetization with those. All the music that I use now is from the YouTube audio library, which is available to all YouTubers to use, even the intro song. So I hopefully don't have to worry about that, but you never know.
That this morning with
Yeah, did they
Ms.
were
Toll and Ms. LaPrade?
Yeah, they weren't optimistic to that.
Okay. Obviously, there's always concern in terms of without a therapist being present to make sure that the reception is positive for your son, having no contact in almost 2 years. Ms. Zagorski, is your client opposed to any video contacts at this time, or even maybe just after an hour at a park, supervised parenting time at a park or something?
No, Your Honor, we do have a problem with that. The whole point of the therapeutic, this isn't supervised parenting time, this is therapeutic parenting time. And the purpose was to reintroduce Mr. Sims into the child's life. Because as you indicated, it has been almost 2 years. Mr. Sims, I've set forth his history, you're aware of it. And we want it to be positive, and we want it to be healthy. My client did reach out to another therapist, a private therapist, and she has kept in touch with family counseling and shelter services. And she does want to facilitate this, but she wants it to be a good experience for Caleb.
Well, that's all this court wants. That's the court's primary concern, Mr. Sims, is your son. And yes, obviously, I'm sure you likewise want this to be a healthy reintroduction, positive, constructive. So the court could just hoping that that you will have had a number of sessions between now and July 16th. I understand your concern, and we will revisit all this on July 16th at 8:30. So be patient, Mr. Sims. You're moving in the right direction. Hopefully, maybe you'll be off probation by then. Anything further this morning, Ms. Zagorski?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Sims, anything further? The court fully hears you. I understand your concern and your desire to be reunited with your son. We've got to do this in a careful, deliberate fashion for the best interest of your son.
The only other question I have is I noticed on the last court order it said that father is to pay any out-of-pocket expenses. I would like that to be split between us.
First of all, do you know what the out-of-pocket expenses are for family
Yes,
counseling
$50.
services?
It's $50 per session.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can always ask that, but again, aren't we in this position because of conduct on your part? We wouldn't be even talking about this issue if it weren't for the incident that that occurred back in September of 2022. Is there anything that mother did that has brought us to where we are today? So I think it's appropriate that any out-of-pocket expenses be paid by you. Again,
I would say mom picked him, so that's her fault. They should share. If it's an income disparity thing, then go ahead and put it available to what 70-30 or whatever it is. But I don't actually know that that's really appropriate. Children are a product of their environment and the people that raise them. And I'm sorry, but just because he did one thing doesn't necessarily mean that she has no impact and why this child would need therapy. That's my theory on it. Maybe that's what I would say if I was a lawyer, his lawyer, but he doesn't have a lawyer. Ooh, I don't think he's going to say that.
Court will adopt then Ms. Pratt's recommendation this morning. Any prior orders and consistent with this order will continue. So we can revisit all these issues again. Are you employed, Mr. Sims?
Yep.
All right. Okay. I mean, if you couldn't afford it, we want to make this happen when maybe perhaps a circuit court fund could pay some of this. But if you're employed and you're able to pay it, then you should be paying it. If you are laid off or injured, then perhaps the court can pay that.
No, the only reason I brought it up is because I'm not the one requesting that this be done.
Well, as I stated, we wouldn't be here in this position if it weren't for your conduct back in September of 2022. So with that, the court will adopt the recommendation. We'll see you back on July 16th at 8:30, and hopefully you'll have contact with your son in a deliberate atmosphere and setting between now and then. All right, that will conclude this matter. Everyone can zoom out. Have a good rest of the day. Thank you, Mr. Brad.
Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Welcome.
Yep. Wait, so what was that motion about even then? It was her motion to reiterate that he wasn't following the rules? Maybe I was too busy putting on my lipstick instead of paying attention. Here's the thing. I don't like how she rolled her eyes when he asked for her to pay for it. It doesn't strike me as very conciliatory in her attitude, but you can't really force somebody to be like that. And we don't know what happened in September of 2022. But, you know, in Texas, at least, an event prior, like happening 2 years prior, is considered remote. Like they need it to be within the last 2 years for it to have an impact on. Well, that's not true. I mean, I've heard them go back. It takes a lot of thinking sometimes. This is what happens when you watch court from all over your beautiful country. We don't have court like this in country. Canada, the true north strong. Okay. Next. Same guy, right? Wrong look. She looks like a Real Housewife. Yeah, she does actually. And in fact, we did cover a Real Housewife once. Remember? I can't remember what case that was. She was on Real Housewives of Atlanta as like a extra lady. Like a, I don't know, a backup housewife or something. But we saw her in a TPO case or a custody case, something like that. I can't recall, but I do remember looking her up. Oh no, that was the mom. That was the one where she wanted a TPO against her mom, and they were Canadian. That's why it was weird. They were Canadian from Toronto and lived in Atlanta because she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Mayor, you did not miss much. Well, you missed that whole case, but now we're starting a new one, so you can pretend. Was she extra or was she being extra? It's a question for a judge, I guess. Did they both shave their heads right before this hearing? They're so shiny. Do you see how shiny they are? Oh my God.
Court is now in session, top of page 3, Nicolette Hughes versus Andrew Ozak.
For the record, this matter is before the court on the plaintiff's mother's motion to modify legal custody and to appoint plaintiff mother as a medical decision maker.
Sometimes I love it when I pick cases at random and they work out to be things we want to watch. Yes, thank you, Jesus. Okay, so mother's motion to modify custody, or wait, and to become the primary decision maker? I don't know that I've heard that.
To the minor child. This hearing is being conducted via Zoom. President's Attorney Margaret Beck representing the plaintiff mother, Nicolette Hughes. Ms. Hughes appears to be present with Ms. Beck. In addition, Attorney Michael Spiros is present representing defendant father Andrew Ozak. Mr. Ozak appears to be present with Mr. Spiros. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
The parties have met with Ms. Brower for the front of the court this afternoon. Ms. Brower has recommended that the court that the plaintiff's motion to modify legal custody and appoint plaintiff medical decision maker be denied. That is a recommendation. Ms. Beck.
Okay, so the friend of the court is already recommending that this motion be denied. We have two lawyers up to bat. Here we go. That doesn't make any sense, Paisley. Say it again. Here we go.
Your Honor, obviously, we disagree with that recommendation. We do believe that proper cause exists to appoint mother as the medical decision maker for the child. This particular instance relates to child's behaviors while in mother's home, which are of grave concern. In particular, defiance, temper tantrums, violent behaviors, in the form of, I think she carved her initials or her name into a door in.
So, do you see me looking around at all the furniture I've carved my initials into? As a youth and older, I was defiant as well. Maybe this is just the way it is. I was absolutely defiant. Oh, I don't know why she's making me fucking. I don't know. I think it's because the glasses. We both have the same ones. I just gotta know, like, that is not defiance, right? Like carving something into like a desk or a dresser. It always strikes me when parents are like, that's mine. You know, that dresser that I gave you that you're allowed to put all your stuff in, but only until I take it back. It's mine. Don't touch it. Okay. Fuck you.
In mother's residence, she also throws things and is verbally attacking the younger children who are in the home. Mother has attempted to resolve this with father, but these attempts go nowhere. This is similar to the circumstance in 2019 when mother wanted to put the child in counseling and father said no. The parties had to return to friend of the court to get an order to that effect. And whenever there's a disagreement regarding medical decisions, father wins because by saying no and digging in, he simply doesn't have to agree and the child doesn't get the care that she needs. Mother got a referral to a psychiatrist from the child's pediatrician. She did contact the pediatrician to make an appointment for one of the younger children. Described the behaviors on the phone to the pediatrician, and the pediatrician gave the referral for the appointment.
Okay, so once again, based upon mom's word alone to a pediatrician, she got a referral. Sorry, not good enough. Take the kid in. What is going on here? Also, if we were having, and here's the question, right? Is the kid well behaved at dad's house, and is the kid well behaved at school? Because that's what would happen with me. So I was well behaved at my dad's house. I was well behaved at school. I was well behaved at soccer. I was well behaved at other people's houses. They would come bring me home to my mother. They'd say, oh my God, she is a delight to have at the house. And my mom would be like, what are you talking about? No. And it's like, yeah, I am, because they're nice to me. So yeah, I am a delight to be around when you're not a fucking bitch. But so it's very indicative to me if the child is only defiant in one location, might be what I like to call a parenting mismatch. Yeah, it is a nice elephant fan. Is it elephant? I thought it was a bit of a tiger thing going on there, but yeah, it could be an elephant. Oh, that's actually cute. Your drawings were still there. My drawings have been painted over. My defiant drawing.
Or for the psychiatrist, Your Honor, we do have, the parties communicate by app close, which is...
That's the free version of Our Family Wizard, by the way, in case anybody needs to know that. App Close is the free version of Our Family Wizard, which is a parenting app that the court can review if needed to look over people's conversations.
An app similar to Our Family Wizard that the parties use. And if you allow me to share my screen, Your Honor, I have the exact exchange available as well as a copy of the referral if you'd like to see that.
I think you attached to your pleading, did you not?
I don't remember. I might have. It's not
It's
attached to my
incorporated.
copy, but that doesn't mean it's not attached to yours.
And there was I believe a text message that was attached and
Oh,
the
perfect.
court's
Then-
opinion is that is that response was perhaps could have been more appropriate. Certainly was not constructive decision on the part of dad when he says, "Oh, mama must be you the one needs psychiatrist." Clearly, that's inappropriate response for dad, not constructive at all as a parent. So yes, I've seen that exchange.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. And so that's really the issue. It's dad pushes this back on mom, says, "No, mom, it's the child's fine," and the child does behave well everywhere else, but something's gone askew in mother's home, and we're not competent.
Sounds so familiar. The child is good everywhere else, except for here with this bitch, allegedly.
Or able to determine what that is. The counselor isn't helping, and the pediatrician felt enough to make a referral to someone else who could potentially make that decision. We believe that fathers.
Sorry, I would also just like to point out how many psychiatrists and psychologists I went to as a child, starting at a very young age because of my defiance. And most of them thought I was quite precocious and nice, much to my mother's chagrin, especially when I was calling her her first name instead of mom. She really didn't like that when I was like 3 years old and 4 years old. And the psychiatrist was like, well, it's actually great because she can define you as a different person than mom. And that's something that happens a little bit later in development. And yeah, my mom didn't like it because I would yell at the store, like, "Get away from me, Linda. Don't touch me, Linda." You know how it goes.
Failure to participate in the care is what is impeding mother from getting medical care for the child and is not in the child's best interest. Again, this happened in 2019. Mother had to return to court to get the child in with a counselor to begin with. And, the child is 10 years old, Your Honor. We're going to have problems moving forward of a non-emergency medical nature that are going to require someone to make a decision. When dad behaves this way and says no every time, or simply that it's mother's problem, it's just not in the child's best interest. And that's why we're asking for just this narrow issue in the custody arrangement to be modified to allow mother to be, for lack of a better word, the non-emergency medical decision maker.
Thank you, Ms. Beck. Mr. Sparrows.
Your Honor, the pediatrician who made the referral never saw the child. And interestingly, the counselor to whom the child was eventually referred does not recommend that the child see a psychiatrist. And to refer to express it in terms of father disagrees every time, it's been twice. And there is no valid reason for this child who exhibits no behavioral problems anywhere else except at mother's home to be referred to a psychiatrist and the stigma that goes along with that. So we're asking that the petition be denied, and we don't believe that on its face the petition states sufficient grounds to grant the change or modification, as they put it, in custody without the requisite good cause or material change in circumstance.
Thank you, Mr. Sparrows. So, Ms. Beck, obviously it's alleged that the child has been exhibited defiant conduct at mother's home. What about any evidence of issues at school? Have the teachers at parent-teacher conferences brought to your client's attention the child's acting up in school?
No.
What about any opinion from Kelly Crampton, the child's counselor? Have you sought an opinion from her, who apparently sees?
Oh, 007, no. The mom is the one under the name Margaret Beck there. I think that's the lawyer, but the mom is the one wearing glasses without the 80s hair. And Aaron Brower is the friend of the court. Hello, Alana. I am triggered by this case. I just am. I don't know why. I find it disheartening. It's like maybe mom should go to therapy first. Why don't you fucking try that?
Eloise, Ellie on a regular basis, she suggested there's some concerns.
Your Honor, the child is well behaved at school. There are no issues there. And she does see the counselor. It's my understanding with the counselor, she was asked about this. The counselor's response was she didn't know if Ella would qualify for psychiatric services and referred mother to Harbor Behavioral for further assessment. And it's my understanding that this particular counselor doesn't force the issues with Ella, that it's more of if Ella decides she's going to participate, she's allowed to participate. So no, I don't really, we didn't seek a referral from the counselor. It was from the pediatrician.
At this point in time, Ms. Beck and Ms. Hughes, the court does not believe there's a significant change of circumstances to warrant a modification of legal custody. So at this point in time, the court's going to deny without prejudice mother's motion to modify legal custody and appoint her as a sole medical decision maker. Ms. Beck, if in fact you receive a letter from someone at school, there's issues, she's acting out at school, a letter from Kelly Crampton saying that they have concerns, that she needs to see a psychologist. So the court would entertain if you want to, not without prejudice. If in fact there's something more than what's exhibited in mom's home, the court would look at it again. But at this point in time, if in fact, since father denies the request and will not agree to the child see a psychiatrist, the court is not going to require that without something more.
All right, Your Honor, thank you.
At this time, you're welcome. The court will deny without prejudice your motion to modify custody and appoint mom as sole medical decision maker.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that will conclude this matter. And Mr. Ozak, when there's a concern stated, I mean, don't just throw it back in mom's face. Be constructive and ask, okay, what's happened? I mean, there should be, come on, you're the parent, and you should be more concerned about the welfare of your daughter and make more of an inquiry, a good faith inquiry, rather than just throwing it back in her face. So with that, we can zoom out. Have a good rest of the day.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Look at that. I'm talking while I'm muted. Owen asked me to send $5 because he's 5 years old. Oh, thank you so much, Cole. And make sure to give Owen a big... I know he's in bed right now already. Good job, Mama. You know, what do we think about that case? I am glad of the way that it turned out. I think different judges could have found differently in this case. I was a little bit worried when the grandpa lawyer over there mentioned like the stigma attached to going to a doctor, like a psychiatrist. That's not really the concern I would have. I would more have a concern about, you know, just if it's not needed, if the child is only, acting out when mom is around, and then it sounds like a parenting mismatch. And if I was mom, I think it would be much stronger to come back to court and say, listen, Your Honor, I went to these services myself. I'm now interested in doing family counseling. I'd be happy for dad to attend as well. My therapist is recommending this as a next step to improve our relationship, and I'm having a hard time getting through to dad on that. This is a significant change. Instead of just sort of like, as Dr. Phil would say, taking a child and presenting them to the ceremonial altar and saying, fix them. And Elisa, first time watching, hi. What do you think about that? Do you think about taking the kid to the ceremonial altar and saying, fix them? Because I think a lot of parents do that. And in reality, there's a lot of work to be done in the family when you have issues like that. Thanks for coming. What'd you have for dinner? If you didn't like what you had, tell me what you wish you had. Oh, and Gecko's passing out cookies. I love cookies. Okay, we have one more left. one more for the night. Oh, geez, this one, he was not here for so long, right? Wait. Where did he show up? Judgy.
138.
There he goes. Okay, this is a different judge, Judge Kirkham. Dead on in the face. I have not had dinner yet, Alana. I am on, or Annalisa, sorry. I'm reading Alana's name right above you. Judge, wait. I'm talking. I haven't had dinner yet. It's still only 7:06 p.m. and I'm technically still working on breaking this bra and working here. And so I haven't had anything yet. Ian Wilson was here earlier. He was talking about not raw tortellini, but like sauceless tortellini. So that's possible. Larry Beaver is in a street gang now. Yes, he is. He hangs out with the guys in the truck in their street gang, which is funded by Todd. Bob, Philly cheesesteak. I've never had one of those. Are they good? Legal fiction. Thank you. 4 months. Let's see. Breaking the bra. I'm serious. Like, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. The middle part here is pulling. It's pulling further and further. The underwire is here. It should be here. Right? And it's here now, and it's slowly going over. It's not good. It's because I don't have the right size, and I know that, but I don't know how to size myself properly. Hi, neighbors. Police videos. I saw you were doing some live chases lately. Philly cheesesteak does sound awesome. Like, I know what they are. I've seen them made 1,000 times on diners, drive-ins, and dives, but I've never had one. Mayor, gifting again. I love you. Hey, listen, we have a lot of those. We don't call them rickshaws here. What do we call those? Pedicabs. A pedicab. Oh no, those are the bike ones. There is a rickshaw guy. That guy was so strong. When I worked with the cruise lines, we sent people like on pedicab tours, but then also there was one rickshaw guy that would literally run around this town with people. And I'm not trying to be insulting here at all, because I got a couple extra pounds on me as well, but Americans on cruises are not the smallest people in the world, and that's okay. I love cruising. I love it all. There's nothing wrong with it. But let's just say the man worked for his money, okay? Pulling a couple downtown from the cruise terminal. He was working hard for his money. Oh, for God's sakes. 1 month with parsley feels like forever, in a good way, I hope. Take it off while starting. You guys are hilarious. I do wear underwires. Oh, it's not that. It's like it's being pulled apart. It's being pulled apart. It's just, and that's okay, MB. I'm fine with that. But the boy worked for his fucking money. And so the reason I know that is because my job was a shore excursion manager on shoreside. And so I would liaise with all the cruise lines, and if you went on a cruise and you bought a cruise, like a tour on board the ship, I would have sold it in my city. And part of my job was calling all tours back at 11:30 at night, every night, when all of our tours were back. And I had to let the captain know we're good. Because if you've been on a cruise, you understand one of the biggest selling features of buying a tour on board the ship is that they'll wait for you if there's a delay. If you go on your own cruise, your own tour, and get a flat tire, you gonna wait for you. But if you're on one of my tours, well, I have a line to the captain, so they wait for you. And in fact, part of my job would be to call and let them know, hey, don't start the ship. We got a lady that broke her hip, or we got this or that. And they would wait, of course. So every night when there was cruise ships in, I would usually drive back down. I would come home after the tours went out, but I would drive back down at around 11:15. I would always grab a large coffee on my way down and watch people run for the ship that had missed it and that were coming back on those pedicabs. It was very funny. But the rickshaw guys, they would park their units there, so I would see them, and sometimes they look tuckered out. Tuckered. If anybody wonders, I live in Victoria, British Columbia, on Vancouver Island, and it's a great place to visit. You should come see it.
All right, please unmute everybody. All right, one moment, please. The 37th Circuit Court is now in session with the Honorable Brian K. Turkin presiding. It is Wednesday, May 1st, 2024 at 1:38 p.m. And this is 2023-2080 DM. Courtney Morris versus Logan Morris. Attorney Jansen Miller for the defendant.
Good afternoon to everyone. Court will note that this matter is before the court on the motion to exclude child filed on February 13, 2024 by the defendant in this matter, represented by Ms. Jansen Miller. And today is the time and place. Ms. Jansen Miller, do you wish to make an opening statement or proceed to your proofs?
Okay, Your Honor, I'll just proceed to our proofs.
Hold on, before you do that, Ms. Morris, do you wish to make an opening statement, reserve your opening statement, or waive your opening statement?
I can waive it.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Jansen Miller, you can proceed.
Thank you, Judge. I would call Logan Morris as my, well, actually, scratch that. I'll call Courtney Morris as my first witness.
Okay. Ms. Morris, we're going to take some testimony from you. Please raise your right hand, be sworn in, then we'll proceed.
Do you solemnly swear to affirm the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ms. Jansen Miller, when you're ready.
Thank you. Ms. Morris, can you spell your name for the record, please?
Yep. Courtney.
And your last name?
Morris, Morris.
Okay. And presently you are still married to Logan Morris, is that correct?
Correct.
And he's the defendant on this action?
Correct.
And during the course of your marriage, you became pregnant, is that correct?
Yep.
And the pregnancy that you recently had a baby, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that pregnancy, you had a DNA test for, correct?
Yes.
And the DNA results indicated that Logan Morris is not the father, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you believe that to be true?
Yes.
Okay. As a matter of fact, you're in a relationship with a gentleman that is named as the father on the DNA, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking in the course of your divorce that this baby would be excluded from your divorce proceedings with Logan Morris and that child would not be a product of your marriage?
Correct.
Okay. I have no further questions for this witness.
Okay.
So Michigan must be a state where, now, Annalisa, Michigan is a great state for court. But what I like to call the breadbasket of LawTube would be Michigan, Georgia, Texas, and Florida, and a little bit of Washington. And in Georgia, we happen to know that it is very different. You need to establish paternity after the fact. Even if you are married at the time, that doesn't necessarily automatically establish paternity. And so that's very different. In Texas, for example, it's the opposite. If you are married and there is a child born during that marriage, it is automatically included. And it sounds like the same thing is happening here in Michigan. The difference being, so let's say in Georgia, these people would be, he would be forced to file, if he was the father, or the father would be forced to file a suit establishing paternity as opposed to in other states where it's not the same. Now, in Texas, they do have something called the paternity registry. So if you're a dad that sleeps with women that might have a baby, you can go register on the website and look that up. How that works, but I do know that that's a thing. He did come so close to having another bill for the next 18 years. Seriously. Very close. Very close.
Ms. Morris, I have one, and in preparing for the hearing today, I went back and I did note that we had a hearing in this matter. I think it was back on January 8th, wasn't it? 10th? Yeah, that's right. We had a hearing on January 10th in which proofs were put on the record in this matter. And at that time, the court asked you if you were pregnant. And
Yes.
your answer was no.
Oh, this is very interesting because they do ask this question. Wait, so did she lie? Or did she not know that she was pregnant? Hold on, let's do some math. She's had the baby. It is May. We'll give it May. That's generous. It's May 1st. So, and this was January 10th. We'll call them the same. January 10th to May 10th. So, January, February to March, March to April, April to May, 4 months. So she was 5 months pregnant. Minimum 4 months pregnant, unless it's a preemie. Oh, Paisley, you're going to eat your words. She's like, I have a micro preemie, Your Honor. She's 22 weeks and she's barely living in the NICU. Can I get that? I hope that's not. I'm knocking on wood. I really hope that's not what's happening. But assuming full term, she lied.
Why did you answer no when you knew you were pregnant?
Because I was under the impression that it would be under Logan's child, which I knew it wasn't. After I left the hearing, I called my mom and asked her if I should have said yes. Then I did call and talk to.
Hold on. There's no ambiguity on that question. The question is this. Are you, or is there a possibility that you're pregnant? And you have to say yes. They don't say, was he the guy that boned you and got you pregnant? How do I pick these? How do I even pick these without knowing? Oh my God. She's trying to game the system. This is not good. This is not good. Judge won't like that. I've seen a case, and here's what happens. Okay. when somebody does say, yes, I am pregnant, they just say, well, we have to have a continuance until you've had the baby and you have DNA testing, and they won't let you get divorced. But they don't not let you like ever get divorced. They just had to sort it out. You got to be honest about that kind of stuff. What is she thinking? Was she going to run to Canada and have a baby? Like, what? Girl, your mom? What the fuck? Is your mom an attorney? If she was, she would have told you already. You shouldn't have done that. I'm thinking she's not.
Christy, and told her, I said, I think that I answered incorrectly.
Well, I guess I'd say, as I do note that Ms. Jansen Miller did attach some attachments to the motion, and on January 8, 2024, you did a posting that said ultrasound, happy third trimester, 2 days before you testified falsely to the court.
Yes, sir, I did.
Well, I want you to know I'm not going to take action at this point, but the court could hold you in contempt and could put you in jail for contempt of court. You understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay.
I'm sorry for that.
Well, I'm just mentioning it for future reference. If, again,
The next time you get divorced and knocked up at the same time, please keep this in mind. What? Come on now. We do the thing where if you're born in Canada, you're Canadian. Is that what you're asking loud? I think that's the case. I am not born in Canada. I'm an immigrant to Canada. So I don't know. I've showed it before. No, it's not a permanent residence card. The fuck is it? No, I'm a citizen. It's my citizenship card. I'm like, I'm a citizen. They're not sending me anywhere. They're not going to send me anywhere. I'm a citizen of Canada, but I wasn't born here. But my daughter is a citizen of Canada. She was born here.
probably would never happen where you came into court again, but again, if you were in my court again and that came up on any issue and we found out that you were testifying falsely, you would go to jail. So, and you could go to jail up to 93 days. So we don't take these things lightly when somebody lies to the court. Okay, Ms. Jansen Miller, any additional witnesses?
Oh, you mean even if the parents aren't? Yeah, I do believe that we do have that. I think that's the case. Yes. Also, hold on. Fine, I'll turn off the fucking thing so that I can show you. This virtual background. Turn it off for a second. So you can see this is my citizenship card, and that's me as a baby. Okay, that's how damn cute I am. And that is my Canadian citizenship card. Paisley. Certificate of Canadian citizenship. And I keep this in my wallet. It's all I got. I don't know if I should. But again, how can it be ID? They take it when I go places, like, and I have to give it over. They look at it. They're like, what? I'm like, what? You don't see the resemblance? We're the same baby. We're the same baby.
I just real briefly, my client.
Okay. Mr. Morris, have you raise your right hand, be sworn in, and we'll take some testimony from you.
Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you are about to give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Jansen Miller.
Thank you. Logan, can you state your name and spell it for the record, please?
Logan, Logan,
Morris, Morris.
Okay. And you heard all the questions that I just asked Courtney, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you do not believe that you are the father of this child?
Nope.
And you would, like as part of your judgment of divorce with Courtney, to have the child be excluded as a child of yours of this course of marriage, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you understand that that's final and you would not then be able to go back and claim that child or anything to that effect, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Sir, do you know when the child was born in this matter?
He was born March 17th.
Okay.
which is 8 days before my birthday, March 25th. Yeah, basically this and my passport is what proves that I'm Canadian. Because they'll give I'm a dual citizen. I have Scotland like just by birth, and so my birth certificate is from Scotland. And so if I need to you basically, if you need to prove that you're Canadian, you have to show that, or just say garage. I can't even say it properly. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think pasta is the telling word that I've learned lately. And I say pasta all the time, and saying it the way you guys say it is like pasta. I want to eat some pasta. It's like saying ranch. I'm getting some ranch dressing. No, it's ranch. It's pasta. It's ranch.
Sir, in this matter, knowing that the child was born in March, on March 17th, that would put the time of conception sometime around maybe June, somewhere in that area. At the time that the child was conceived, were you engaged in any sexual relations with the plaintiff?
No.
No,
Okay, ma'am, I'm asking him questions.
sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Ms. Morris, do you have any questions of the defendant?
I do not.
Okay. Ms. Jansen Miller, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Would you like to offer the DNA test results?
Yes, I would, Your Honor. I believe they've already been submitted to the court.
Well, but they're not offered and do it.
No, yes, I just didn't send anything separate today. I would like to
Okay.
offer those as our exhibit as proof for the determination.
Okay. Ms. Morris, do you have any opposition or objection to the court admitting the DNA test results?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Okay. The court will admit the DNA test results in this matter, there being no objection. Anything else, Ms. Jansen Miller?
Nothing today, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Morris, do you have anything else?
No, I don't.
Okay. Ms. Jansen Miller, do you wish to make any closing argument?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Morris, do you wish to?
No, I don't.
Okay. Just a moment, I'm trying to get to the exhibit.
They are free and fun. We gamble in here. I'm an enabler. You get points for watching, KCC chips for watching. You get KCC chips if you type in !gamble all, !slots all, but that one's volatile because I did that on purpose. And then !
Court has heard the testimony in this matter for both the plaintiff and the defendant.
I wasn't finished actually. Gamble, slots, and there was one more. Oh, heist. Heist all is the other one. And those are all just fun little games that we play via the Streamlabs program that we used to use for streaming, but somehow still works. I do still pay for, so that's probably why it still works. But yeah, it's all in good fun. And you can give points to people. It's just in good fun for the most part. But there are some people like that come and hang out and only gamble, which is fine. I'm cool with that. It's free.
Defendant, they both have confirmed through their testimony that the defendant in this matter is not the biological father of the child in this matter, child being Bodie Messer. The court has been provided with a DNA test report dated 4/10/2024 of the alleged father, Michael Messer, and the minor child. And the results show a probability of paternity of 99.999999999% in this matter. And the testimony of the plaintiff is that they did not engage in sexual relations with the plaintiff at the time of conception of the child. That is consistent with the other testimony as well as this report. And as a result, the court will find that this child, Bodie L. Messer, is not issue of this marriage, is not the biological child of the defendant, and the court would exclude him as the biological father. Ms. Jansen Miller, do you wish to send in a separate order on this? Did you send in a separate order that's in the file? I don't know.
I don't think we sent an order yet. We just had sent the DNA results.
Okay.
We do not have one, Judge.
Okay, if you would send in a order, I'll let you sign it under, or send it in under 7-day rule and exclude the defendant. And further, if you would, the court would terminate that support obligation as of March.
Oh, hold on. She took support? Wait. No, because they didn't give birth yet. So what, they put a support obligation in March, and then he hired a lawyer. He's like, hold on, that baby ain't mine. Wow, that's quite the case.
17/2024.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else, Ms. Jansen Miller?
Not at this time. Thank you.
Ms. Morris, anything else?
No.
Okay. Thank you all for attending. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
She's a trifling hoe. All right, guys. Wow. I should make that one into a video, hey? Yeah, probably should do that tonight. You know what I was gonna do tonight? This might make some of you sad. So I'm 36 years old, and good catch, Paisley. I have not seen Meet Joe Black. Probably because I was like 7 when that movie came out, and then just like grew up and just didn't watch, like, you know what I mean? So I haven't seen it, and I have seen it. Hey, Lynn, how you doing? How's Lynn doing? How's Lynn doing? No, but I did send Mikey that video. But so I thought about it, and I found, thanks to Alana, by the way, Alana, great website. Alana gave me a great website to watch movies on the other day, and it works perfectly every single time. So lately, maybe I shouldn't even tell YouTube Daddy this, but YouTube Daddy, I've been putting a movie on now instead of just YouTube playing in the background at night when I go to sleep. But so I was thinking, hey, what happened was a short came up and it was a part of a movie, and I was like, oh, I want to see that. Like, I would like to see that. Brad Pitt's hot. And then I looked it up and I saw it's 3 hours long. I have definitely not got the attention span for that. I might if I diamond paint at the same time, but really, I don't think I have the attention span for that. Clue was a good movie. Should I try that? It's bitchin'. I know. It's fucking bitchin'. 4 servers. I don't know what they have. There's no buffering. There's no waiting. There's no ads. I loved it. It was great. I'm sure Clue will be on there too. Anyways, that's on my list of things to do. So I was thinking about working on I know, but it's 3 hours of prep. Okay, so that's a good point. Creed frames, yeah, a lot. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I've seen so many times, but this one is Meet Joe Black, and it's just different. It's not, I don't think it has Angelina in it. It was during the Jennifer days, I think. The website, I can say it. Solar Movies. I'm waiting a long time just in case they have some way to check and see if what I'm saying. .ms. That's Solar Movies. .ms. I find it very, very good. Been very good. And so, yeah, I'm thinking about watching that tonight while I do some diamond painting, right? May as well. I have a few diamond painting projects I have to get working on. To Live and Die in LA. I think I saw it on there. I haven't seen it. No, I almost have seen nothing. Hold on, though. I'm getting my pen. What does it say? Please kindly fuck off. I don't mean that. But I will write down your movie idea. Good night, Billy. Good night, Billy. To Live and Die in LA. No, I literally showed somebody that. The reason I asked for this is because my dad recommended that I watch Baby Reindeer or Reindeer Baby, one of the two. And I've watched the first episode of it. It's on there. And it is, it's been good so far. So I'm going to do that. Loud is out. See you tomorrow for court. Yeah, I don't know why it's free either. It is. It worked on the PlayStation. It worked on my computer. So if you want to watch along with me a show and then get talking about it, guys, start watching Reindeer Baby or Baby Reindeer, whichever one it is. It's on Netflix too. I love Fight Club too. We just broke the first rule. Actually, you know what? 7 was a really good movie. Oh, Lost Girl. Okay, I'm writing it down. And Dollhouse. Mayor, it is Solar Like the Sun. Movies. .ms. The Net was a cool movie, really. Okay. Oh, and 12 Monkeys. 12 welcome, monkey. Okay. Guys, what a wonderful day. Good night, Cole. Thank you so much again for the super chat. Thank you, everybody, for all your support today. I really appreciate it. I am actually going to go and make that last video into a video before I get watching my Brad Pitt movie. Sometimes a girl just needs a little Brad Pitt in her life. Today might be that day. But I am going to make that into a video first. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Reminder. Oh, yeah, Annalisa. Thanks so much. Reminder, I love you. I am proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.